A man in Pennsylvania was renovating his basement when he hit something under the floor. What he found could have made him rich, but instead of telling anyone, he covered it back up, and to this day, no one knows why. The house wasn't special. It was built sometime in the early 1900s, passed between families. Nothing in the record suggested anything unusual. He bought it cheap. It needed work, especially the basement. The concrete floor was old, cracked in places, uneven, so he decided to replace it. At first, everything was normal. Dust, debris, broken concrete. But in one corner, something felt different. The layer was thinner, and underneath the soil didn't feel natural. It was packed, dense, almost like someone had put it there on purpose. He kept digging. Then his tool hit something. It wasn't stone. It sounded hollow. He cleared away the dirt slowly and found a small metal box, rusty, sealed, old. For a moment, he just stared at it. Then he opened it. Inside were coins, not modern ones, heavy, worn, gold. At first, he thought it was a coincidence, something left behind decades ago. But then he kept digging and found another box, then another, each one deeper than the last, each one placed more carefully. This wasn't SL Lucher Aikat Koya NOS Teyiri. Someone had hidden this, deliberately, and not just a small amount, enough to matter. Most people would have stopped and called someone, authorities, a historian, anyone. He didn't. He kept digging, for a while. Then something changed. Instead of continuing, he stopped. He didn't call anyone, didn't tell neighbours, didn't take photos, didn't document what he found. He just closed the floor, sealed it back, as if nothing had happened. Later, when someone asked about the renovation, he said there was nothing interesting down there. Nothing. Years later, people tried to understand why, because stories like this don't stay hidden forever. And when you look at the history of that region, things start to make sense. In the early 1900s, during periods of financial instability, people didn't trust banks. They hid money, gold, coins, valuables, inside walls, under floors, in places no one would think to look. Some planned to come back for it. Some never did. Houses changed owners. Decades passed. And sometimes the secret stayed buried. But that doesn't explain his decision. Because he found it, he saw it, he knew exactly what it was. So why stop? There are a few theories. Maybe he was afraid of legal complications. In some cases, buried valuables don't fully belong to the person who finds them. Maybe he didn't want attention, or questions, or people showing up at his door. Or maybe he found more than just gold. Because according to one account, he didn't open all the boxes. He stopped halfway. Think about that. You're digging, you find gold, real gold, and you choose not to continue. That's not a normal reaction. That's a decision. The value of what he took was already significant, but based on the pattern, the depth, the number of boxes, it's very likely there was more, much more, and it's still there, under the floor, untouched. So the question isn't what he found. The question is, why did he stop? Because sometimes the real mystery isn't what's hidden underground. It's why someone chooses not to uncover it.